Ümit Boyner, President of TÜSİAD, the Turkish Industry and Business Association. You were elected President of TÜSİAD earlier this year, and I believe that this is your first trip to Brussels in the role. Could you describe your vision for TÜSİAD in the coming years in helping the Turkey-EU relations process?
TÜSİAD has been very active in the Turkish endeavor to become a part of EU, full integration into EU, even before our accession process or the negotiation process started. We actually have an office here since 1995, which is active. We have offices in Paris and Berlin as well, and although we keep our contacts with all the government officials, our counterparts, we also try to create some sort of impact on the public opinion as well through an agency we have, or an affiliate we have in Paris called l'Institut du Bosphore, which is a think tank. It's independent and it aims to increase the debate about Europe in general, European strategy and how Turkey fits in, and it has actually made quite an impact in its first year. We will continue those efforts, maybe even in an intensified way, because we believe this is a very critical period for the world. The latest crisis that we all lived through made us, I think, realize that there are a lot of global issues that we all need to work on together, and a need for global understanding, a global need for cooperation, and in that sense, I think Europe is probably working on its program as the vision for 2020, and the same concerns that Europe has in terms of sustaining its competitiveness are also relevant for Turkey. And as a civil association, we are actually trying to put that perspective, put that vision as the #1 priority in Turkey's agenda as well, because yes, we have some issues domestically, but really a vision for 2020 that centers on, democratization and all the macro and micro economic reforms that need to take place are crucial for us to become more than just the regional power.
It's interesting that you mentioned democratization, because obviously there is this democratization process which is going on in Turkey at present. How do you think that is progressing now, and how will it progress in the coming years, in your view?
Well, it actually, when we first started our negotiation process, the steps that were taken were very dynamic and quite, I would say, on the spot. There has been some issues about implementation, and we unfortunately see some sort of slowdown, and that's why we feel that maybe it is our job and civil society's job to give weight to that process again. And there is an increased awareness in Turkey, I think more so than beginning of the 2000s, for the need for full democratization. The debate encompasses the whole society more so than before. So I think that will be instrumental in energizing the process that has kind of slowed down in the last couple of years. It is a priority because basically, a high standard democracy and a pluralist society is key to sustain growth and competitiveness. We can't envision anything else. There is a lot to do, and we need to create awareness about a more parliamentary, a pluralist parliamentarian system where, for instance, the representation of the public is more just. That's why we need to look at our election system. That's why we need to look at our political party system, so that there is accountability to the constituency in the right places and in the right levels. It is not perfect at this point. And also our constitution. We definitely need to rewrite a constitution that encompasses all the factors that are within the Copenhagen criteria. That also should take place soon enough.
And finally, you mentioned earlier the EU's new 2020 strategy. If you were to just pick one area where Turkey could play an important role in that strategy, what would that be?
I think, well, it's very difficult to maybe pinpoint one because there's quite a number of issues that we all have to tackle. But generally, I think the constraints that we have for growth, demographic factors, unemployment and structural unemployment that has become more of a problem after the crisis. These are all issues that we need to deal with. And innovation is going to be a large part of the problem. So I think all the issues that we have, from education to maybe aligning the need for social adjustments, actually are quite parallel and are quite interdependent in each other. But we definitely need to work on all the factors that increase our competitiveness in a sustained way in the new world.
Ümit Boyner, thank you very much.